Hi guys, I'm excited to talk to you. Normally I jump right into it, but I'm hoping a couple people will pop on live, so I will give it just a second. Should have grabbed like a gloss or something. I have no makeup on. I haven't even changed my shirt from yesterday. Today was a day where I basically rolled out of bed and started getting to work. Hi, Christina. So I just got off of a 1-hour training with my team, and now I'm training with y'all. And I'm also trying to message all of my customers and sell all the eyeliner. How are you guys doing? I've already sold 9 eyeliner this morning. Like, what is happening? I'm so excited about this promo. Hold on, let me mute my computer. Otherwise, you will have to hear that in the background. Okay, so I haven't prepared for this at all because this is something that I really feel like I can just talk to you about this because this is so important to me, to like the way that I lead. And I will say that everybody leads a little bit differently. A lot of you guys are new leaders, brand new leaders, probably don't even know like your leadership style or anything like that. Hi, Kay. So first of all, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Morgan Zambrano. I never talk about myself, so just hi. That's all you really need to know. I am Teresa and Colby's upline. I am Brittany, Caroline, and Kaylee's friend. They are literally like my Senna besties. And so I'm very blessed to have someone like Teresa and Colby. Like, can you imagine having 2 girls like them on your first line? Like, that's crazy. And I actually have about like probably 10 to 15 girls just like them that are super hard workers, super in this, like running with this business. So I'm here to talk to you guys about mentoring and talk to you guys a little bit about my mentoring style. Because the only reason I think I'm qualified to talk about this is because of how strong my first line is. So a lot of people can recruit, and you can recruit, and you might be really focused on the numbers and really focused on having a ton of people on your first line, but really it's about how strong can you build these girls? How strong can you make them? Can you turn them into leaders? Like, can you help them actually sell products and make money and help them grow teams? That's what this is all about. It's not about how many people can I get on my first line. It's about how strong can you make them. So my first line is incredibly strong and incredibly consistent, and I'm just obsessed with them. So how do we grow leaders, basically? And so I think there is a difference between leading and mentoring. And so I think a lot of us think of like speed of the leader is speed of the team. And, there's also like hitch your wagon to a star. So it's like you want to be the person on your team that's recruiting the most and being the most consistent and selling the most. And I get that. And like, that's super, super awesome. But then it makes it hard for you to realize that you also need to mentor people. You also need to be teaching them. They can't just watch you and figure it out. There's a lot of complex stuff that goes into this business. And a lot of the things that we'll say to people is just like, oh, just post stuff. People don't know what to post. People don't know what to do when they first join. They're super overwhelmed. And that's why a lot of people will ghost you, because they will just be so overwhelmed and you're not breaking it down enough for them. So I want to ask you, and Nancy will know this because she's been on my calls, and there isn't a right or wrong answer. I should say that there isn't a right or wrong answer. What I want you to do is I want you to drop into the comments, what do you think are some goals of a leader? So as you are like leading your team, what do you think are some of the goals as a leader? So I want you to drop those into the chat. When you think of leadership, what do you think some of the goals should be? And I'm going to give it a minute because I don't want to give you the answer before you start chatting. But obviously there are going to be a lot of goals. But the number one goal, and this is of course, everyone's going to have a different opinion, but in my opinion, the number one goal of a leader is actually to create independence. You want to create downlines who are independent. But that doesn't just mean they sign up and you're like, do this, and they do it. That's not what that means. If you have kids, or like Nancy is a teacher, that's perfect, you guys. So if you think about children or about teaching or about anything, you don't just say, oh, go do addition or whatever, or go bake a cake. Like, you don't tell people like, oh, just go do that. You tell them how to do it. And not only do you tell them how to do it, but you tell them how to do it over and over and over again. If people learned things the first time, we wouldn't have 12 years of school. We wouldn't have people going over addition, for a whole year of a grade. People don't learn things the first time. So if you think about like learning how to swim, kids take swimming lessons for weeks, learning the same things over and over and over again. You don't just throw them into the pool, they're gonna drown. And guess what? They're probably not gonna, hold on, I got a message from my mother-in-law who's watching my kids. Hold on. Oh, I thought something was wrong. Nothing's wrong. She just sent me a message. She just sent me a picture. And so anyway, let me go back to my notes. I'm such a helicopter mom. I really thought something was wrong with my baby. My heart just started racing like instantly. So anyway, you don't just like throw people into the pool. They're never going to get into the pool again. That's what's going to happen. They're going to get in, they're going to feel like they're going to drown, and then they're never going to get in the pool again. That's not how we teach. So what we do is, my heart, like, so dumb how quickly I can like panic over my children. Okay, so let me find my notes so I don't get off track again. So the biggest goal of a leader is to create independence. You want your team to be able to survive and thrive without you. But if you go too fast, they'll shut down. So again, you want them to realize that they can do this. And so you kind of have to hold their hand through those basic steps. But what I wanted to say about independence first, and this is just a side note that has nothing to do with what I'm going to tell you about. I'm giving you an actual process here in a second once I start jabbering, or stop jabbering. But hi guys, I'm so sorry. I actually just got a message from corporate, which makes me wonder why they're calling me. So I told her I would call her back in 10 minutes. So yay, that's usually a good call, right? So we'll see what she says in 10 minutes. So am I back? Can you see me now? I'm gonna wait just a second. This is like the worst video ever. Brittany is like, why did I have Morgan train? I never get phone calls, but I just got a phone call. Can you guys see me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Takes like, yes, I'm back. Perfect. Okay, sorry, got a phone call. Okay, so really, I promise I'm gonna get into the 4 steps. So what I wanted to tell you imagine I'm like your grandma and I'm telling you my life lessons, and you're probably like, oh, grandma, like, and you're gonna roll your eyes at me, okay? But this is a big lesson that I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell you a little secret that nobody else really knows, okay? So you want your downlines to be independent from you. This is not the Brittany show. This is not the Jenny show. This is not the Morgan show. If you make your team all about you and all about your team page and all about showing up to your trainings, they're never gonna grow. You want them to be independent. You want them to have their own team name, their own team culture. You want them to be doing their own trainings. So many uplines get jealous, get envious, like so many get hurt that their teams are doing stuff on their own. You guys, that's magical. It is magical. When your girls start doing mega parties without you, start doing boot camps without you, that's magical. That means you raised them right. So create leaders and create independence, and don't make it all about you. So now let's go into the actual steps. Okay, I have a point to all of this. So I'm gonna teach you simple steps to creating independence, but it takes patience from you, just like parenting. We have to be patient with our kids. You guys, I can't tell you how many eggs have been dropped on the floor, but my 4-year-old can crack eggs. He can crack eggs and he can bake a cake with me because I've been letting him drop eggs since he was like 1 year old. I'm not even kidding. So here is the simple steps, okay? 4 steps to mentoring to independence. Tell, show, try, do. Tell, show, try, do. You're gonna tell them how to do something. You're gonna show them how to do it while they watch you. They're gonna try it while you watch, and then they're gonna do it. And of course, you're probably like, well, duh. Like, of course, I'm gonna tell them how to do it, and then I'm gonna show them how to do it, and then they're gonna try it. And you're gonna be like, but no. The but is that it's not linear. This is not you tell them once, you show them once, they try it once, they do it once. This is not a linear process. This is You tell them how to do it, and then you show them. And then maybe they're still nervous, so you show them again. And then you have them try it, and they're terrified. So then you show them again. But then maybe they missed a step, so then you tell them again. And so then they try it again, but it's still not exactly where it needs to be, so you show them again. You guys, this goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until they're ready to actually do it on their own. This is not linear. This takes a lot of patience, and this is where a lot of people mess up because they expect we're adults. We're adults. We should only have to tell someone something once. Don't get me wrong. I'm the same way. In my head, I'm like, really? Do I really need to show you how to search on Facebook for the 100th time? It's annoying. I get it. But guess what? Some people just don't learn the first time, and some people learn in different ways. I have made it a point because of having so many downlines, and thank goodness they are so open with me, because I had one of my top leaders, I go live and train on my team page like literally probably 3 to 4 times a week. 3 to 4 times a week where I am going live with something that I am passionate about, that I am excited to teach them for years. And one of my top leaders came to me and said, I never watch videos. I can't watch videos. Like, it's just not in her personality style. It had never crossed my mind ever that people don't watch training videos, because that's all I do. All I do is watch training videos. She said she doesn't watch them. So now I do a training video and then I follow it up with a post that has all of the information. But there are a lot of people who are not gonna read a long post. And so they're like, whoa, can you just tell me? And if they're the ones who need me to just tell them, I have a video. So everything I do, I have a video and then I have a post to follow it up, because there's 2 different learning styles. And some people like me, I like to read about it and then I like to hear someone talk about it. I like to do my own quiet research, and then I like to listen to someone else talk about it. And so there are so many different learning styles and so many different ways of learning. So maybe if you tell someone something and you tell them and you're like, okay, now they got it. And then they come back to you and they ask the same question again. Maybe they just need you to tell them in a different way. Maybe they need posts. Maybe they need a screen recording. Maybe they need screenshots. Maybe they need you to actually jump on FaceTime and walk them through it. Maybe they need you to actually show them the steps and do it with them. Like there's a reason why teachers do well in this business. Like flat out. I can't say that like one profession does better than another, but it is clear. It is clear that teachers do well in network marketing, and I guarantee you it's because they understand that people don't just learn something once and know how to do it. Tell, show, try, do. Tell, show, try, show, tell, show, try. Back and forth and back and forth. It takes a long time to get to do. And then guess what? Think about, again, we're talking about addition and math and all of that. I love math, you guys. But like they learn one way of doing math, and then all of a sudden you change one little thing. You go from 9 plus 9 to, 11 plus 12. And it's a whole new thing they have to learn. Sure, they learned how to do 9 plus 9. You would think they would understand the concept, but no, it doesn't transfer right over. They don't automatically understand it. So even though it's just one simple step in the next direction, guess what? You start over again. You tell again, you show again, you try again, you do again, over and over and over. All these little tiny things. And so this is why, and this is going into a whole different training. I have a series of trainings I've been doing with my leaders. So this is kind of going into the next one. But this is why you spend the most time with your new downlines. You should spend the most time with your new downlines, because if you do this with your new downlines over and over and over again, tell, show, try, do, then by the time they're in the category of being in your old downlines, not old, but like current downlines, whatever you would say, by the time they're actually put into that category, they're thriving on their own, because you gave them enough love, you gave them enough attention, you gave them enough mentoring that they can figure it out with the help of the rest of the team. But if you just throw them in with the team and you never go through this, they're never gonna feel confident enough to even interact on your team page. Do you know there are some people that literally like won't even click on the units button? Like they're scared to even click around on a team page. They are. I don't know why, but those people are out there. They don't even know that you have albums. They don't know, because they just don't have that in them to go look. So having to send them screen recordings and show them like, we have albums and we have units, and showing you actually clicking on them. It sounds so silly to some people, but some people need to see you actually do that. Another thought is when it comes to, so say we're talking about recruiting. Let's stop talking about elementary math and talk about actual, business things. So when you're talking about recruiting, I bet Brittany goes live all the time and tells you guys how to recruit. She goes live and she tells you. That's her telling you. But then isn't it so helpful when she sends you a screenshot of how she actually does it? Even if she tells you, she literally tells you that she messages people and says, hey girl, I know this sounds crazy, but have you ever thought about doing what I do? I just told you exactly what I would message to people, and I guarantee you some of you would still be scared to send that message. But when I show you a screenshot of me saying that to somebody and them saying, ha ha ha, I don't have time for that, and showing you that I got denied and that I just said, okay girl, I had to ask you, I couldn't get it out of my head. And you seeing that I got denied and then I responded and was okay and that I survived, and showing you that I actually did it would give you more confidence. And then if I said, throw me in a group chat and I will help you talk to this person. And so then you watch me do it and you talk to them. And then the next time, if I said, okay, you're going to send this message and you're going to send me a screenshot of what they say back, and I'm going to help you with verbiage. Imagine how much more confident you would be at sponsoring if I went through all of those steps versus just saying, message 5 people. Message 5 people about the opportunity. There's a huge difference between those two things. And a lot of leaders will only do the latter. And it's crazy. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. So you have to break it down. Okay, so last thing I'm going to say is that if you give someone what I would call an assignment. So if you say, message 5 people about the opportunity, and that's a big assignment. So maybe if you say, make a post in your group, simple assignment that you would give a first-time downline. Go make a post in your group today. And that's all you say. And then a few hours later, they still haven't made a post. And you message your upline. You message me or Brittany or whoever. And you're like, I messaged my downline and I told her to make a post in her group today. It's been 3 hours. She still hasn't made a post. You don't throw away the whole downline, okay? She might not know what to post. She might not know what to say. She might be nervous as heck. So instead you say, what you're going to do is you're going to lower the assignment, but you're going to lower the assignment step by step because you want to see what level she's at. So you're just going to go down a step and you're going to say, what product are you most excited to try? And she'll say tinted moisturizer. And you'll say, okay, make a post about tinted moisturizer. So you're making it a little more specific. But then maybe she doesn't know how to do that. So then you say, okay, go to my group, search for tinted moisturizer and copy and paste a post. And she still doesn't do that. So then you say, okay, here is a post. Take this photo and take this caption and post that. And so then eventually, if you keep lowering the assignment, you're gonna find out the level that she's at. And if it's at the level where she's copying and pasting, then you can still say, hey, we have these content banks where you can copy and paste. And then guess what? Once she gets used to copying and pasting from the content bank, through enough of that, she's going to build enough confidence to maybe she'll try to start searching your group to find posts that you have done. And then maybe from there, she'll build enough confidence to where she's seen enough posts that she'll dabble in writing her own. And then maybe once she starts writing her own, then maybe she starts creating her own graphics. But you have to start somewhere. You have to find where their base level is. And yes, all of this is like super extra and it takes a lot of patience and it's not for everybody. I don't think mentoring is the side that a lot of people think about. A lot of people think about, just signing someone up and hoping that they use all of the resources. But I promise you, if you are more intentional about tell, show, try, do, and knowing that it's not linear, you will build up a stronger team. There are a lot of people who believe that leaders aren't born, leaders are made. And so what that means is every single person that joins your team, the way that you lead them truly matters. So maybe they wouldn't be a leader if you didn't help them and help them grow, but maybe they can be a total rock star if you are like in the trenches with them, actually showing them how to do everything. So I think that's everything I wanted to share. I hope that was at all helpful for you guys. I really hope that you have a little more patience with the people that join your team, that you are willing to show them the same thing. Not the same exact thing over and over again, but the same thing in different ways, understanding that maybe they just learn a little bit differently than you, because what's gonna happen is you're actually gonna find that you get closer to your team, and the more you do this, the better you're gonna get at mentoring, and then the better you're gonna get as people join your team to knowing faster the way that they learn. So again, this is just this is a learning process for you, just like joining is a learning process for them. But the more you mentor and the more you lead, the better you will get at it. So good luck with this boot camp. I am so, so, so proud of you guys. You guys are incredible. And I cannot wait to see you guys grow your teams. Bye, guys.